Much love. And I know everybody's doing great because you are alive and you breathing and you woke up this morning and you woke up ready to fight another day. And always, Brother EBX has got to call down protection on us, especially in these times. So I call down that protection from our great creator for ourselves and from ourselves. And we're going to get into it this morning. Another EBXCARES discussion. Been observing, studying, staying aware of things. And I give thanks to my brothers and sisters that take the time out of your day, out of your time, to listen to another EBX discussion and perspectives on things. Because we all have value and we all have a leader inside of us, and we all have gifts, and we all have good positive things that we can give the universe. And let's get into this. And what I have observed is brothers and sisters beefing. I'm sick of the beefing. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. And I say brothers and sisters, but most of the time, I say it's evened out. I can't even say it's mostly brothers, but our brothers are under attack most of the time, so I'm going to speak on my brothers. We have got to stop this damn beefing. We have got to stop talking about who's real and who ain't, and look at the bigger picture. And look at this picture that I put here on the banner. Jesus was the name of a slave ship. That's what we need to be focusing on. Take a real good look at this banner, because this is going on now. It's just slavery has never left. It's just modern day slavery. Now the change is on the brain. And like I always say, if you want to see that elephant, you're going to have to back away from it, because you're standing too close. You're too close to the confusion. You need to stand on the outside of the perimeter, my brothers and sisters, for the ones that's caught up in this swirling and the distractions of social media, news, any social media outlet that they can manipulate. Brothers, we got to stay more aware. We got to stay focused. We got to stay aware of the bigger stake at hand. We got more at stake. We have a lot of broken sisters and brothers out here, and we have to pay more attention to that. That's why we have to stay within our studying and our, still be happy, still have a sense of humor, still not live in fear, but we have to stay focused, have to keep ourselves rooted, stay aware, because we can't be unaware. And some good advice that I'd like to give, that I've heard from another individual, that I've actually heard online, and that's what I do. I extract the good things from social media, and I deflect anything negative or bad. Some topics I don't even talk about. Certain images I won't even click on to it, because what I'm observing and what I'm studying is we have got to stop giving what they're putting out in this media and news and social media and YouTube and all these other outlets. We have got to stop giving in to these images and these things that they're putting out there. It's okay to discuss them, but don't give them so much energy. And that poison from the weakest that be, because I don't call them the powers that be, the weakest that be, that's screwing up the world. All we're doing is giving into their web that they're spinning out. That's why they call the internet the web. And we're all caught up in it. But a lot of us have learned or know how to navigate through it. And that's all I'm saying, my brothers and sisters. Watch our navigation, especially with each other. We have to watch how we don't let our egos collide with each other, being unaware. And going back to the advice I was talking about that I heard from an individual, and I think it's great advice that anybody can use. It's education is a good thing. It's not knowing that helps you. It's not knowing when you're right that that gets you a high vibration, that makes you grow in this life, it's knowing when you're wrong. That's when you have gained growth. That's when you have gained momentum. It's knowing when you're wrong. And that's what I'm observing as I see some of my brothers and sisters online. Now, I always like to reiterate, I don't judge, I'm just assessing. There's a lot of areas in the black community that need to be talked about, they need to be discussed, and this is one of them. And I think a lot of us are getting mixed up in this social media and swirling, and I think it's causing confusion, and we're getting away from the journey at hand, the issue at hand. We need to stay focused on the issue at hand. That's why I put this banner up, because this is what unfortunate, this was some evil people in this world would like it to be, but it's not going to happen, because people are more powerful than ever, even outside of the black culture. A lot of people have woken up, and that's just real, and that's just facts. A lot of cultures are waking up, and you got a lot more that's just tired of the BS and are fighting back, and that's a good thing. But I always want to stay focused on my black culture, and I'll say that advice again. It's not knowing when you're right, it's knowing when you're wrong, that'll make our brothers and sisters grow to love each other and get over our egos, and just admit that maybe we might have just let our ego get to us just a little bit. And once we can get past that and really get past that and discuss it, and not think we're hating on each other, and because those are bad seeds. That is coming. That bad energy is coming from somewhere, and we got to be aware of it and get rid of it, and get back to the real issues in the black community, and learn to help one another and be with one another, and don't think the other person is trying to get something. We are forgetting to use our discernment. We know who's real and who's not, and our spirit will discern it. And it can always, and if you don't want to do business with an individual, we can always do it in an intellectual way. We don't have to think that someone is trying to infringe or trying to steal your thunder. You discuss it with a person like, thank you for offering your business to me, but I don't want to take it at this time, and be done with it. Don't turn it into 2 or 3 podcasts where you're going back and forth beefing. That's lost energy. We have got to cut that shit out. Real talk, for my brothers and my sisters. We giving away energy that we cannot get back by beefing with each other, and that's real talk. So that's why I put this banner up, because if we don't stop, we're going to be our own worst enemy. We're making it easier for the real enemy, and that's my word. So we have got to stay humble. We've got to stay the kings and the queens that we are. We can't forget what we are, and we can't forget why we started on this truth and on this walk to begin with. Let's not get lost in thinking we're hating on each other, or who's woke and who's not woke. Let's get away from this beef, and that's a big distraction, my brothers and sisters. This is what I'm seeing. And sometimes it's good to move in silence, to move in low key, because you see more. The more solitude you have, the more brain power that you build, and the more you can be aware and maybe kind of help those that are kind of up in status, because I know how it is to have a lot of status and have a lot of people and calling and email, and sometimes we tend to kind of get lost in the confusion. So I'm just here to say, my brothers and sisters, I want to bring you back to reality. Don't forget why we started on this walk to begin with. Don't forget who the real enemy is. We have got to stop being our own worst enemy. That's we won't be destroyed. We will overcome. And we are overcoming. And that's what we got to put out to the universe. There is no doubt. No such thing as doubt, fear, or stress. I call down protection on all of that. But we have got to stop beefing with each other. my brothers and sisters. Let's be the soldiers that our ancestors called us to be. And that's my word. Because we can be, if we don't watch it, we will be our own worst enemy. Let's stick to the journey. There are bigger things at stake here. And let's lift up those brothers and sisters that hasn't got to that level spiritually. Because that's what it's all about. Disagree to agree. But remember the war that we're in. Because that's the only way we're going to win. Peace, love, and power. That's what I bring to you. And that's my positive thought. And I know you got something out of what I said, because I know people resonate with me because I resonate with you. And thank you once again for those that take the time out of your day to join in. I give thanks to my family, my children, their mothers, to the brothers and sisters that I listen to online. All my friends I grew up with, my acquaintances, anybody connected to EBX, may you have peace wherever you are in your part of the world right now. And as always, till next time, have a great, strong one.